Namaste. Good morning. Shabbat Shalom. Hare Krishna Manantra. I think I'm starting to heal. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm starting to heal. Shri Agni Namaha Namaste. Oops. Let me circle you guys too. Okay. Shri Krishna Namaha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Take my green medicine. Yeah, my self-analysis is that I'm healing. I'm starting to heal. I'm starting to come out of my zombie state. That's my point, right? People don't listen to me that often, but my analysis of myself, my self-analysis in regards to my fatal injury, which I've still survived, somehow still lived after the soul has been rooted from the body. I'm starting to come out of my zombie state. Meaning, if you compare this video to one of the first earlier videos, any videos from July, compare my face right now, like with any one of the videos from July, and see if you could tell any difference. If you could tell a difference, you're higher than an average human being. You're not just a human being. You're something. You're definitely children of God, and you might have a crazy higher purpose than you realize right now. Such is my case too. So same thing goes for you. Whatever goes for me, the same thing goes for you. Whatever I do, you will do. In time. Everything in time. You might get the initial rejection, but everything in time. Because time defines, time is the wife of Gaima. Okay, here we go. Let me lower my music so I don't have to shout anymore because I could actually like this is awesome. Alright, this is better than I thought. I could do this now. I freaking realized that I could adjust the height of my chair just now after like 6 months. Brilliant. I did, well, it's because of my fatal injury, definitely. Claimed to have an high IQ and couldn't figure out I could lower the height of my chair until after 6 months. Damn my stupid injury. my injury is making fun of me. Like my fatal injury, it's not good enough that like it just hurts me, like to death. It has to make fun of me while doing it. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just if you could see what I'm talking about, this is like what horror movies are made out of, I think. Anna Bekwak Getulat Yamineka Daftil Jerura. Okay. Death is making fun of me while kicking my ass. Father, Death is making fun of me while kicking my ass. Do something, please. I ask you, in your son, King Yahusha's name. Death is kicking my ass, God. Death is kicking my ass, dear Father. And he's making fun of me while at it. I didn't know that, but I thought, that has no feelings. It was like, was chop, chop, let's go. I thought that was what death was all about. No, death is making fun of me while he's destroying the crap out of me for the last 7 years or so. Death. So I'm gonna make another meme that says that death could make fun of you. Death is silly. No, that's not cool. Death is silly. Death. Yeah, the angel king. The angel of Capricorn. Or is it Capricorn the angel itself? It's an esoteric. That's an esoteric knowledge if you know or not know for sure. If Capricorn is the angel of Devat, or if it's another name for the angel of Devat. If Capricorn is either the name or another name for the angel protecting the month of Devat, then I'm onto something. Somebody's telling me, we found that out 2,000 years ago. Oh, really? Who was it who found that? Yahusha, really? Jesus? I'm not even 1/16th part of him, and that's an understatement. That's an overstatement, sorry. So, I don't know. I could speak I could read the Sanskrit. I think the knowledge of Sanskrit will come to me with my past lives in memory. The thing about God is, if anybody has godly qualities, he or she knows one thing. They know what it means to be alone, because God has to be alone for 3 trillion years. Every 3 trillion years, God has to be alone for 3 trillion years. And then life appears for like a second, which humans call, billions of years. And then it disappears again. So it might as well not have even been there, because it's 3 trillion years versus say 15 billion years. So 3 trillion years versus 15 billion years. That's like not even 1%. That's not even 1.0001. That's like 0.01% of existence. God has to be alone for 99.99% of the time. So life appears for 0.01%, it disappears again. So to God, he might as well be he's alone all the time. He's like, no, we're here, God, we're here for 15 billion years, entertaining you, ha 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 ha. And then poof, gone. 0.01% of the time. appearing. It's like a rainbow appears and you saw it for 3 seconds, and it disappears. 7 seconds and it disappeared. It's like, okay, well, it's like rainbows are always with you. Yeah, okay, got it. That kind of thing. Except you make that longer, trillions of years. Yeah, this life appears for 0.01% of the time, and then everything's gone, and then God is alone for 3 trillion years. Life is like a rainbow. It just appears and then disappears. And, God knows anybody with godly qualities, because everybody has God in them. One of the ways you could recognize where the God is in you, or how to wake the God in you, whatever, is one of the tools is to know that if you know what it really means to be alone. Do you know what it means to be alone? I do. I would be lying to you if I didn't know how to, what it means to be alone. I know what it really means to be alone. You know, and God knows what it really means to be alone because He's alone for 3 trillion years. Just I mean, everything is inside of God because God has the power to create everything, but He doesn't do it according to His own whim. He has to wait for that time. So He waits 3 trillion years for that time to appear, for life to appear in that time. And life appears for 15 billion years or so, and then it's gone. Again. It's like over and over again. So it's might as well, God is alone all the time. Like, no, we're here for 15 billion years. Yeah, compared to 3 trillion years, it's nothing. 15 billion years is nothing. Okay, so now I could meditate on Sabbath better than last year. That's funny. Or yesterday, even. I could safely say that Sabbath is with me. Or the angel of Sabbath is with me. Capricorn. I'm just gonna call it Capricorn because that's the name I see there. I'm gonna utilize it if I'm given another name of the angel. So gods have many names. Angels have many names. Gods are angels. Angels are gods. Blah blah blah. It's like no, they don't even exist. Yeah, that's the matter at issue right now. The matter at issue is if even God exists. Does God even exist? That's the matter at issue. Sorry for my wrong grammar. Like, way to go, Mr. Pig. Stereotype us further. Just a little more. On your way there, pal. We love you. Let's get rid of him afterwards. Sorry. I'm trying to be myself. So when you're trying to be yourself, sometimes you overshoot. I mean, oftentimes you overshoot because you don't know how to gauge. Like, is this enough? You broke a house. Like, what? Holy crap! Okay, I'm gonna use my pancake. You caused a car accident. It's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't even move. I moved. Oh no, a mountain fell. So keep him still. Don't make him, don't make him do anything drastic because it reflects this reality. Somehow he's connected to everything because he likes a lot of things. Yeah, you heard cats. You're gonna hear from God. Why? Because, because, because cats are special. Says who? Gotta agree with me. Cats are special. Gotta agree with me on that. Yeah, human beings cross the line, man. Like when I heard like they're cooking cats for food, for survival. Apparently for survival, not even like entertainment, but survival. Like we can't kill anything else. We have to kill cats for breakfast. This is reality. Like I'm not, this is not a segment from a fictional show. This is this reality, whether it's fictional or not. You know, I wouldn't dare question even, but yeah, when I heard that some people in America are killing cats for breakfast, that's like the climax scene of The Matrix, 1999, when the Sentinels were about to get Neo. That's what they did when they eat cats. That's like cannibalism. That's to me, it's kind of like very much like cannibalism. It's like 90% cannibalism to me. If you ask me, it's like, why do you feel so bad about eating cats, man? So that's cat eaters. That to me, cat eating is like eating humans up to like 90%, and that's an understatement for me. But to try to explain to other people, because you have to be nice to people so they could get your point. That's the whole thing. When you're trying to communicate, when you're trying to explain yourself, because you're the right person, you're the correct person. Yeah, sorry. I talk too much. Tikukun Hanafash. Got that. But yeah, I think I'm right on some things. They did cross the line when they ate cats. They did. Like humans crossed the line when humans started eating cats in America when for breakfast. And this happened. That this actually happened. I'm not making this stuff out. I'm actually I saw one video. I remember one. I don't know if it happened in America, but I saw one video of something, and the video disappeared from the surface. It was on X. I'm not gonna go too much into it. Yeah, humans crossed the line when they started eating cats for breakfast in America. Why? Why America? Because let's just say that everything is here on Earth. We have heaven on Earth. We have the Middle Earth on Earth, and we have hell on Earth. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't lived long enough yet. I'm gonna be 47 in 4 months. Yeah, wow. I can't wait till I'm 50. Then I could say like, hey man, I'm 50. I have street cred. That's what age it is, in modern society in like large cities. Age means like you're they're supposed to be, because the elderlies are really the message telepathic message that I got is the elderlies are really 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 scared right now in large cities because they don't know how to protect themselves unless they have guns and stuff. Like what telepathic message? No, no, nothing at all. But the elderly are definitely not scared in anywhere. In large cities for sure. I was lying. I'm Satan. Sorry, they're not scared. I was lying. No telepathic messages. Hokuma. Yeah, sometimes when you die as a human being, you come back as a cat. It's like taking a vacation. If you get to live in a nice house and like 12 to 15 years of vacation or something like that. Sometimes they live up to be like 25. Yeah, cats definitely know how to behave. I had roommates who had cats, so there were house cats, Peanut, and they taught me a thing or two about behaving. Because, when cats want something, they'll actually try to communicate with you. Like they don't care if you want to communicate with it or not. They'll make you understand what they want. Communication means trying to explain what you want. you know, what do you want? I'm just happier that I'm starting to heal. Finally, I still have to go over this hurdle that I feel, but it's gotten a lot easier than before. A little easier, not a lot easier. So, like this right eye is so damaged. You guys have no idea. It's like I look totally. I don't even look like me on my right side anyway. And I don't even, like this is the most difficult meditation. This eye right here. I'm doing the right eye. That's number 4, I believe. Yeah, it's heavily damaged. It's like I can't even meditate. It's like might as well be. Then I have a dead eye, which still works, but it's supposed to have died. Somehow it keeps working. Talking about your body parts as like car parts. I don't even know anything about cars. I've never driven in my life. I've driven for 5 seconds or so. 3 seconds. So today's like this is my first time actually able to move something from this right eye, that right eye. And like there's huge blockage, and I thought it was even impossible to even do anything about it. Now I could actually do something about it. It's like cleaning a large mess of waste or something. Oof. I have to light another incense. It's gonna be a long session, folks. I have nothing else to do, so I could do this all day. I'm healing myself. It's like he's healing himself too much. It's not entertaining. Sorry, I know. I try to think that this is for entertaining, or I automatically think that this is for entertaining people, and then I realize, hey, if I have to be less entertaining in order to be progressing and healing, in order to heal, I have to be less entertaining in order to heal. What'd you do today? Oh, I just watched this guy holding his right hand over his right eye and just stuck at it for 3 hours. Okay, and it's not gonna be 3 hours, but this is the most damaged. One of the most damaged. I think the brain parts are the most damaged. I think it's the, if I'm correct, it's the left brain because that controls the right side. The left brain is the most damaged part of me, and then it's the right eye. So it's the second most damaged part of me. Very hard to meditate, meaning like you need hope, I guess, to ignite anything. That's why you need hope. It doesn't just say faith and love. It says hope, faith, and love. And what is hope? I believe that hope is a spark. Like if you call that the divine spark, like something that ignites, something that starts something. This reality teaches us that if you want to start something, you have to like do something drastic. That's why some scientists came up with the theory of Big Bang, like something ignited something, and it's the same thing. Same concept applies here. You have to ignite something to be able to heal something miraculous. In order to do miraculous healing, not just any healing, not just going to the hospital and doctor giving you medicine kind of healing, but if in order to make better what was destroyed within your body, or you have to ignite something, and that is what hope is. You have to light another incense. I don't have to light until I get to my nose, which is 8. Yeah, so today, I could do this all day because I gotta heal. Better I heal and do my work starting because today's Sabbath, and it's better that I heal, spending all day healing, and better that I heal doing my work starting tomorrow than I just do this hastily and get back to where I was tomorrow. I'd rather spend more time if I'm gonna be even. I might even become a different person by tomorrow if because I know I'm starting to remember who I was before the incident, and I say that because I'm realizing that I forgot who I was after the incident, and that's a sign of remembering who you were before the incident. If that makes sense to you. Like, if this happened, if what I'm doing happened in like the 12th century, I would describe it as you know someone was working in the palace, and one of the servants got beaten up really bad and was thrown out of the palace, and now ended up in the common town, which is where I am right now, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I'm trying to get back up, trying to get back, you know, first. So I'm still in the 12th century. I'm the servant who got beaten up to almost to death and was thrown out of the palace, and ended up in the common town with common people. And now I'm trying to heal myself. I could walk. Yeah, I have to try to walk again, kind of thing. Yeah, I can't even stand up for more than 15 minutes. It's really hard for me. Yeah, it's a breathing issue and it's a nerve issue. It's from the injury. I often forget that something bad happened. If something really, really bad happened to you, sometimes you forget that something really, really, really bad happened to you. Why? Because well, first of all, it's karmic, and second of all, it's probably the lack of self-esteem, which resulted from the incident. You know, like, oh no, why did this happen to me? There must be no God, kind of thing. Okay, that's enough right on. We got a telepathic message just now, and I'll carry it on right after this. Like this eye. I mean, I'm not gonna wait to carry out the command. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story, part of one of them. I don't know how many morals of the story are there, but one of the morals of the story is that if you wanna, if you're righteous and if you have a good idea that could accomplish something, especially out of a dangerous situation, sometimes you have to double up or triple up. You can't just go as if you're going into just another a diner. You're not just living an everyday life. Sometimes you have to take drastic actions. Meaning like you, you know you wanna buy a nice air conditioner and you don't have money, but like this higher priced item saves a lot more energy in the long term than the lower costing one. So you buy the higher costing one. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, because you get to pay what is known as ghetto taxes later. If you buy the cheap one, your electricity might be a lot higher than you thought. Something like that. Something to do what, because at the end of the day, the price is just right. Like at least 90% of the time, you know, if not higher. I'm just putting a lower figure just to accommodate whatever's out there. But yeah, I will carry out the telepathic commands right after this left eye. Left eye is also damaged. This is not my eyes. These are not my eyes. If you don't know what I'm, if you don't, you have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Oh, these are not my eyes. What is he talking about? Check back 6 months from now. Mark my words. You just, the only inconvenience for you, who's wondering what is he talking about. Check back in 6 months. So 6 months, the time duration is the only inconvenience for you. But if you check back with me in July, you know, come back even in July. I don't care. In order to prove a point, I'll go really far too. Yeah, check back with me in July, and then you will understand what I was talking about now, or what I am talking about. Yeah. Yeah, this left eye is also something else. It's like all these damages. I feel like maybe I should be stuck on Dikukun Hanefesh if you know what I'm talking about, from like 1 to 9. Like I should be staying there every day for an hour just to heal myself. I think I have to do this again after afternoon. Yes, heavily damaged. I can't. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie to myself, I'm not, I'm healthy, I'm just pretending, I should be an extra on TV shows and stuff. So I must be pretending this, right? Yeah, you pretend when they pay you something. You pretend for free. It's a lot of work, man. Like I have other things to think about than pretending. Like real things out there, like money. So money apparently, well, according to Yahusha, you can't serve both money and God. I'm trying to figure that one out. I mean, I figured it out a little bit, but I want to figure like, because there's. So, what is the issue with the statement? Um, you cannot serve both money and God. Do you have to make enemies with money then? According to Sanatana Dharma, a wise man does not even have one enemy. So, and Yahusha must have known that too. Wise man does not have an enemy. The wise man does not even have one enemy. That's closer to the original statement. A wise man does not even have one enemy. That's from Sanatana Dharma. And Yahusha must have known it. So you cannot serve two masters, both God and money. You can't serve money and God at the same. You can't serve. You can't be a servant of money. So what does it mean to be a servant of God and servant of money? That's the second thing, or the first thing that I should figure out. What does it mean to be a servant of God? And what does it mean to be a servant of money? Because you cannot do both things at the same time, according to Yahusha. So, uh, serving money or serving God means what, Yahusha covered this, the, the greatest two commandments, which is love your God with all your might, all your heart, all your soul, all your strength, etc., etc. And second is love your neighbor as yourself, love all creatures, whatever. And so that's the command of God. So in order to serve God, you follow those commandments. That shows that you're serving God. So that's what serving God means. Now, what does it mean to serve money? What does it mean to serve money? I never even thought about that question. Have you thought about that question? What does it mean to be a slave or servant? Servant, your servant. Slave has negative connotations. I'd rather use the word servant because you're doing something. You're doing your master a favor. Your master is money. This, sorry, somebody's going. His master is money. No, no, no. In this fictional case, as it might be. So if money is your master, what does it mean to be a servant of money? You're doing everything for the money. You're doing something for the money that makes it like you need a certification of a servant, being a servant. You need your servant ID, to prove that you're a servant of money. What gives you the proof that you are the servant of money? So I would say you kill for money. That will be serving money, I think. If you kill for money, you'll definitely be serving money. If you yeah, if you kill for money, that's the first thing that comes up to my mind. If you kill for money, you're serving money, so you're not serving. You're the enemy of God. What else is out there? So if you, yeah, I guess I don't know if this is a telepathic message. Bounty hunters came up to my mind. They're like, oh, what about us? You know, you have to make a living. Yeah, you don't have to kill your subjects. I don't think, unless, even if it says, you know, dead or alive, don't, you know, don't go full satanic. That's like going full retard. You know, make him 77% dead. If you, I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, please don't go satanic. Going full satanic is it's like going full retard. It's the same thing. Or you mean there's a correlation between 100% being satanic and 100% being a retard? Yes. Shows that you have you might like brain intelligence. You're too bestial. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, sorry for this. Why am I apologizing? I'm sorry for healing myself. You know, it's really going really nice with this left eye. Tikukun hanefesh. That's the laying on of hands. You know, should be something big in Christianity, but apparently nobody pays attention. So maybe some people do. 0.01% of Christians know what Tikukun hanefesh is. That's enough for me. God wants 2 to 3 witnesses. 0.01% is enough for me. Oh, I forgot to carry out the command. Or no, I didn't. I'm still stuck on left eye. Okay, something just dislodged. My left eye. So this is more like this is 100 times more damage than this. Still that damaged, and I just something there was something stuck. Like I can't even pinpoint it. There somewhere, and I dislodged it. And what do I mean? Like something was dense, and I released like a valve, or it was like a hook, and I just like went. Pew. So this is the command that was given. Okay. At this point, since I'm more positive, the only thing I'm hoping for is that I hope that I don't have to use. I'm gonna use. I hope this is the code name for it. I'm just. It's not. It's I call it Alice. Like, Alice in Wonderland is what happens when you grows from the ground. It's a plan. You know, I don't do anything. I don't do anything that'll damage my body. Let's put it that way. Okay, so now it's right ear. Right ear is also heavily damaged. I have a feeling that this is gonna be like a back-to-back tikukun, back-to-back Kabbalah prayer sessions because this one's gonna be really long. I'm gonna be stuck like this for a while. Because now I know like where to heal. I don't know how to heal it yet, but now I know what's happening. I know I'm starting to understand what's going on with my injuries. Meaning like if you figure it out, your pain, you'll become painless over time. If you figure it out. That's why it's important. But that's why knowledge is important, because once you figure it out, eventually over time, the pain becomes painless, and then you elevate at that point. According to the sutra, there's a point of elevate. You don't. It doesn't just like decrease. There's a point where you go over, you go over something, or you go to the next level. You elevate because of your discipline of the emotion. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. So what happened to my right eye was because the torture that I've endured in the Bronx. The right eye, the right ear picks up all the sensitive things that things, everyday things, and it'll because the noise was used to torture me. The normal noise that I hear would not be translated as normal noise. It would become like a torturous noise. So that's because of the incident. And it sometimes it trigger it's because it's connected to the heart. And part of me thinks that maybe I should have died from that, because the torture alone was enough to kill me. I think it lasted like 2.5 years. So yeah, the right and left ear is even worse than the right ear. Right ear picks up all this, it picks up negativities for sure. That's the first thing. If you've been to a serious incident, one thing you realize that your antenna is like super heightened. You know how to sense like another serious criminal right away, because you've been through what you've been through, and that's taught you. One thing that's taught you is what to escape from. That's one thing that I've learned. Oh yeah, so since I don't do anything on Sabbath pretty much, I'm gonna be ASMR, doing ASMR all day long. There's gonna be like 4 sessions of ASMR. First the chanting session, and then 3 ASMR sessions. And because I think the maximum number is 64 rounds. You could do more actually. You could do 64 plus 16, because the 16 is left over after the 4 malas. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So 64 plus 16 is like 80. You could actually do 80 rounds per day. According to the beat, utilizing the beat bag with the mala count. 80 rounds per day. So I'm gonna do 64 rounds today, and according to Sanatana Dharma, chanting 64 rounds close to the correct pronunciation, accurate pronunciation, is something that is auspicious. Why is it auspicious? Let's just say that the ancients knew how to have fun. They knew how to live. Like people today don't know how to live. Like how do I live? Like there are YouTube videos saying I don't know how to live. The ancients, they knew how to live. Like what I mean by the ancients is people before 6,000 years ago, or 5,100 years ago. People before that. People before that is what I refer to as the ancient. They knew how to live. Nowadays people don't know how to even live. I don't even know how to breathe. You know, especially since the incident, I don't know how to breathe that well. You know. So yeah, the 64 rounds came from the fact that they knew steeds better than you think. People from 6,000 years ago know about style and art better than you. And then the war in Kurukshetra in India. Somebody trying to disrupt me? Stupid. They can't just leave a person alone. It's just like so stupidly demonic, you know. Like if you're having fun with your friend, you have to like, oh, you can't have fun. You can't have party in your own house. Like what? Like, am I even having a party? I'm trying to heal myself. How demonic can you be? How cockroach-like can you be trying to disrupt somebody trying to have fun? Because you're so ugly? Because you're uglier than I am? Like he's one of us. He's gotta be. Let's make him ugly because he's trying to look pretty and he's an ugly. He's one of us. We're ugly people, so let's make him ugly. I'm trying to make him listen. That's what they're trying to do. Like I'm trying to have fun here, and like these cockroaches are doing their cockroach things. Yahusha said, Yahusha said, Yahusha said, if you do not hate your own mother and father, you cannot be one of my you cannot be my disciple. If you do not hate your own people, you cannot be Yahusha's disciple. That's true. So I ask you, God, let me quote and unquote hate these people, and that's coming from Yahusha in King Yahusha's name, because I need to follow King Yahusha. Thank you very much, God. Amen. Namaste. Yeah, that's what. What does hate like? What do you mean by why are you hating, bro? Hate in this context means separation. You're separating something that is core, that is mixed with the people that you don't want to be part of. You're separating that core from them. That's what hate means in this context. Jesus or Yahusha, 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 Yahusha used the word hate. So in this context, I have to hate these Koreans because I need to follow Yahusha. That's why he used the term hate. He went so far. Hate is the strong word for separation, separating, you know, divide. It's a strong word for to isolate. That's what hate means. You have to isolate from the evil, and this is, you know, this is not the case when if your parents are also the followers of the Christ or, you know, Yahusha. But yeah, so I've come to the point that I have to hate Koreans in order to follow Yahusha or Jesus or Yesu, Yeshua, Yahusha, 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 Yahusha. Yahusha is his real name. Yahusha. If you could say it fast enough, Yahusha, 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 Yahusha. That's his real name. But he used the word hate, and now I have to hate Koreans to follow Yahusha, and I'll do it because I love God more than I love Koreans. Period. And so what Jesus said actually applies to me. What Yao Sha said applies to me. And this is my left ear, and it's very, very, very heavily damaged. It picks up it translates good noises as bad noises because of the torture that I've endured in the Bronx for 2.5 years. And so somebody could sing a really nice song, and sometimes the left ear will translate it as a form of torture, so it'll signal fear. And right now I'm trying to heal it. This is like my one of first times actively healing it, as I haven't, I've indirectly healed it through yoga and everything. Now it's come to a point now I'm, focusing, concentrating to heal it. And it's very, very, I believe it's almost incomparable, the damages suffered compared to the right ear. Right ears also suffered a lot of damages. I think it's 5 times more damages on the left ear than the right ear. And this is one of my first times actively concentrating to heal it. The Tikkun Hanefesh is actually in conjunction with the Yoga Sutras, and the reason is because it uses the term or it doesn't. Okay, Tikkun Hanefesh utilizes concentration in order to achieve healing. Concentration is the last step of yoga, or the last arm of yoga, which accomplishes what is known as supernormal powers. So healing is part of supernormal powers for sure, in this sense. In the not modern health sense, what I'm doing is not modern health healing. What I'm doing is like what Yahusha did, what Jesus did, which is restoring missing limbs, restoring teeth, restoring a dead person back alive again, that kind of thing. That's what the definition of a real healing is about. I'm not talking about patching up wounds. That's what modern health. The definition of modern medicine is patching up. What I'm doing is real healing, and and it means restoring, resetting, upgrading. Miraculous, or Yaosha's healing. So what I'm doing is Yaosha's healing, and the definition of modern medicine is patching up. I'm not trying to patch up. I'm doing Yaosha's healing, or I'm trying to do Yaosha's healing. I've done a little bit, I made a progress, so I could actually boast a little bit here. In King Yaosha's name, I'm boasting a little bit here because I made a tiny little 1/16th part of progress. Yeah, healing. If this is not obvious to you, the first sign of healing is it feels good. Like, what about people who abuse drugs? They feel good in the beginning. Yeah, they don't know a way out. Just because you give them guns, and if they don't know how to use it, what good is the gun to you? Same thing applies to the medicine. Especially if it's a yoga drug. If you need to achieve samadhi, or samadhi. Like, what are you doing with it? Modern medicine, once again, is just patching up, like a set of band-aids in pill form. You have a stomach ache, they give you stuff that'll patch up that pain so you don't feel the pain. Does it do anything else? Not really. Just, body knows how to do this stuff. It'll take care of itself. Just wait. Wait it out, man. Here's a painkiller in a different pill form. Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing Yang Wushan's healing, miraculous healing, restoring, regenerating, upgrading. Oof. Yeah, this is definitely one of my first times healing my left ear since the incident. So I haven't felt this good since the last 5 years. Sorry. Like his video is getting really really boring now. If it wasn't boring enough, he somehow managed to make it more boring than before. Like how is that even possible? He just stays in this one position until he's had enough. He says it feels good, quote unquote. I saw a YouTube video that says, what is it? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you. It doesn't even matter how you feel. It's like, because a lot of the videos on YouTube are about how you feel. All this feel, different kinds of. I feel lonely. I feel like I have no money. I feel like I have this. I feel like this. I feel that. And then one video says it doesn't matter how you feel. Whatever the end goal is still happening or something like that. The end is still happening. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter how you feel. The time is still coming. So you're just being funny, I guess. Like now I feel sad. Now I feel happy. I feel this. I feel that. But the core self says, eh, my own body is behaving like a dog. It's like who even needs a dog when your body is your own dog? You have to take care of your own body. Like the body wants food. Oh man, what does it want now? It wants to go. My body wants to go outside. Let's take my body out for a walk. So I hope it doesn't. I, I hope it doesn't. Sorry, so I get disrupted again. Whenever I'm trying to have fun, cockroaches don't want me to have fun. You know, some cockroaches. I mean, real cockroaches want me to have fun, but human cockroaches they don't want me to have fun. And this is truth. Am I being harsh? Hey, if somebody robs you, are you gonna call him a king? Are you gonna call him a thief, or are you gonna call him, your master? Oh, you stole my property. You're a master of my property. Because I didn't see that one before. Ha ha ha. You one up me, sir. You're my master for my life. You're my thief. Stupid thief. Yeah. You know who? So you have no friends, right? I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll introduce you to one friend that I have, and you could have my friend as your friend too. And apparently, my friend has a lot of power, but it takes time. But you have to trust my friend because he's like I don't have that many friends. He's one of my few friends that I actually have. I'll introduce that friend to you, viewer, and whoever's listening, those who are righteous. My friend's name is Kaima. That's my friend's name. My friend's name is Kaima. Kaima is the best friend of time. So Kaima goes by time, but Kaima is my friend. you could have my friend as your friend too. Gaima is one of the best things, even, best friend you could ever ask for in your life. Be a friend of Gaima. That's called hope. You want to ignite something, you want to do something positive. I did something. I made Gaima my friend. That's what I did. That was the hope that I had. Gaima, Gaima's best friend is time. It's almost like Gaima is the husband of time. So Gaima always goes by time, but when the time comes, these human cockroaches, not only will they die, but their whole family will get destroyed forever and ever and ever in the name of King Yaosha. Amen. Namaste. I don't know. Some humans don't learn. That's why you start small, I guess. First you start off being nice to them, and then they'll go further. So you become less nice, and then they'll go even further. And you become even less nice, and then they will, to a point that there's a turning point, and then you flip. You become the person that you don't want to mess with, because if you do, not only will he destroy you, he'll go after your whole nation. He'll destroy your whole nation. All right, and so now I have to do right nose. So yeah, always start off being nice to people, and then you become less nice, less nice, less nice, and then you become the person that destroys their whole nation. If they're nice to you, then you're nice to them. But if they're not nice to you, then you're not less nice next time. And if it's still not nice to you, then you become even less nice. And then if it's still not nice to you, then become even less nice. Less nice, less nice, less nice, less nice, less nice, and then boom, you become the person that destroys their entire race. Human cockroaches. Shri Agni Namaha. Namaste. Namaste. Shri Guru Shunu Namaha. Hare Guru Shunu, Hare Guru Shunu, Guru Shunu, Guru Shunu, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Yeah, always start being nice. Always, like when you know that, especially when you know that there are really bad people, be especially nice. That's what Yao Sha said. So you start off really nice, and then you see that they're not nice to you, you acknowledge it, and you become less nice the next time. You become less nice. That's the key term. Less nice if they're not nice to you. And you match it until the day you become that angel that destroys their entire race. The right nose is also heavily damaged. It's now number 8. Yeah, Yahusha said, whoever does not enter the kingdom of God like a child will never enter it. You know, if you're keeping charge of another person, how are you being a child? Are you a security guard? You know, you're trying to stop stop swallowing, stop a gnat from swallowing a gnat, but you're swallowing a whole camel. You're trying to strain a gnat, but you're swallowing a whole camel. You're trying to accuse somebody of jaywalking, but there's a murder going on. That's what the definition of the term Karen is. Like, the definition of the term Karen is that the Karen is trying to strain a net where when she's swallowing a whole camel. She's trying to accuse a jaywalker when there's a murder going on right next to her. That's what the definition of the term Karen is. She cannot face the real demon, so she has to accuse something really small. That's the definition of the term Karen, and that's according to me. And I think a lot of people will agree with me on that. Why did it go up there? That's funny. Yeah, Karens cannot face the real demon. They're too scared. They cannot face the murderer. Definitely cannot face the murderers. They cannot face the rapists. So they have to accuse a jaywalker. Oh, you're jaywalking. You're doing something wrong. They have to hit something. So they'll hit something that's lower than them. That act itself is really, really low, if you think about it. If somebody hit me, so I have to hit somebody back. Great. I found someone I could hit back, That's the definition of the term cockroach human beings. 예, 북한 사람들 같은 사람들이 여기 살고 있어요. 근데 북한 사람들이 한국 한국 사람들보다 더 좋은 사람들이 많을 것 같음 지금 생각하니까 그런 게 나옵니다. What I said was, I think a lot of people living in this household are North Koreans. They're not South Koreans. But now I think that a lot of North Koreans are better people than a lot of South Koreans, for sure. For sure. I mean, if you're a murderer or a rapist or a really, really evil thief, put to the point of, starving a family to death, then yeah, So that's what Koreans have it backwards. I think they think that the other side is evil when there's evil people right inside of their own country. There are murderers and rapists in South Korea, and they're blaming it on the other side. Oh, that's the reason why we suck. You know, if they're South Koreans, they're blaming on the North Koreans. They're saying North Korea is the reason why we are suffering. And North Koreans are saying the same thing to South Koreans. Oh, South Koreans are the reason why we are degraded, you know? It makes sense now. Is somebody taking a note somewhere? I hope so. If it's not obvious enough yet, it's obvious. I haven't found anything extraordinary. This is like common sense stuff. The left node is also damaged, and the left node is for healing purposes. The right node is for forgiveness, and the left node is for the active healing process, which is represented by smoke, to smoke it away. I'm more comfortable now in my room with the my Alexa playing Fox News and my other older laptop playing 24/7 Japanese news. Only in Japan is there a 24/7 Japanese news. Like, thank God for the Japanese. Thank God for the Japanese. They have a 24/7 news. Like, if you know another country that has a 24/7 news, let me know in the comment section. Prove me wrong, please. America, yes, America should have a 24/7 news channel. But tell me about another news channel on YouTube that is 24/7 on YouTube. You know, name a country. Japan has it. It's like, Japan saved God. Wow, Japan saved God. It's like, it's not that surprising if you think about it. Did Korea save God? No. Korea didn't save God. Did Japan save God? Yes. 한국 사람들 하나님 도와주셨어요? 한국 사람이 하나님 안 도와주셨어요? 일본 사람들은 하나님 도와주셨어요? 네. 일본 사람들은 하나님 많이 도와주셨습니다. So I said what I just said in English, you know, in Korean. I said, did Koreans help God? No. Koreans did not help God at all. Did the Japanese help God? Yes. The Japanese did a lot more than God I even asked for. God likes the Japanese because they have style. God doesn't like the Koreans that much. He loves them, you know. He has to love them, but he doesn't like them that much. He likes the Japanese. God loves the Japanese. Like, God appreciates the Japanese just like the Italians appreciate the Japanese, if they do, you know. Or when they do, if or when they do. God appreciates the Japanese like just like how an Italian would appreciate the Japanese. And that's a pretty good statement, I think. Because when Italians appreciate something, that's like giving you an eternal seal of approval, or a celestial, a celestial seal of approval, or a certification, celestial certification. That's what That's what happens when an Italian says, "Oh, I really like this." Okay. Yeah, but God doesn't like Koreans that much. They're hypocrites. A lot of them are hypocrites. Then they have no integrity. They say one thing and do the exact opposite. They say they won't bother me, and then they do bother me later. Oh, I'm not, 나 도둑질 안 할게요. And 실수했습니다. 도둑질을 했습니다. 실수했습니다. That's what I said was, oh, I'm not gonna be a thief. I'm not gonna steal. Oh, no, 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 that was an accident. That 2 weeks later, oh, that was an accident. I stole by accident. That's Koreans. Aren't you Korean too? Yeah, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to hate Koreans now because Yaosha said hate them because they're not following God. The mouth is another part of mine which is heavily damaged. It should be number one for me because the visual aesthetics of it. I'm missing 2 front teeth. Yeah, but it's the third most damaged part of me. The first most damaged part of me is my left brain, which should have made me die. That should have been the cause of my death, which I survived from. So left brain is the most damaged part of my body right now, or since the incident 5 years ago, and then it's the right eye. That's the most heavily damaged, and then it's my mouth, missing 2 front teeth. Mouth is like a heavy. Like if the mouth heals, then I think even if you never believed in God, you will believe in God because you might not. You might even have you might pass out from seeing the result of the healing. So that'll be enough for somebody to believe in God if I become myself again, if I heal myself. I guess that's the purpose of God here, is that God wants me to heal, so when they see me heal, they'll believe in God. But the case right now is that I'm trying to heal, and they're trying to stop me. So what does that tell you about this world? Or, these people, this neighborhood in New York City. What does that tell you? And a lot of people love New York City. Yeah, I feel you. A lot of people here are ruining it for all the others. Like, people come to New York City to achieve their dreams, and then there are people who come here to drag the dreamers down. It's like, where you think you're going? Come back down here, Like that's like being a criminal. Like, if you're that much of a criminal, why do you even live? I don't get it. And these are not young people. I'm not even, people here are not people in their 20s or 30s. They are like old people. The youngest here, besides myself, I'm 46, is 60 years old. All the others are like 77, 80, 64, 63, and they don't know how to behave. Like children are better than these people. I said it. Oh wait, I forgot to do breathing system. The breathing actually helps, I found out. Kasad. I need to take. Yeah. If you're dealing with cockroachy people, this is what you need. When you're dealing with cockroach people, 벌레 사람들, that's the translation for cockroach people. Cockroach people is known as 벌레 사람들. When you're dealing with cockroach people, you need this. So this is what's gonna happen here. So one day they're gonna find out who I am, and then they'll freak out and they'll say, "Oh no, we didn't know who he was," and because this is like 6 months from now, I'll have a lot of followers because I'll have healed by then, and I'll have a lot of followers, and then they'll know who I am. And then they'll apologize, and then they'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, 죄송합니다, 죄송합니다," and I'm not gonna say anything at all. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, it's okay." I'm not gonna say, "괜찮아요." I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just not gonna respond. I'm just gonna pretend they don't even exist. Cause okay. 깨부라. 뜻바라뜻. 나짝. 코드. Yeah, so so you might ask me, why do you like, you're even Korean. Why do you even, why do you like Japan? Why do you favor Japan over Korea? I'll tell you the reason why. Japan has fewer murderers and fewer rapists than Korea, South Korea. Japan has fewer murderers and fewer rapists than South Korea. That's why I prefer Japan over South Korea. Yeah, so and even a Korean, a bad Korean person might reply back to me, "Oh no, no, there are not more, murderers and rapists in South Korea than Japan. You're lying to us. You're Satan. You're lying to us. There are more murderers in Japan and more rapists in Japan than South Korea." And my answer to that is, you secret murderers, you secret rapists, you secretly do things. And you think that nobody knows about it, but everybody knows about it. Stupid person. Secretly. That's even worse, So you mean to tell me that, you're not counting all these secret murders you did, or the secret rapists that these South Koreans did? We're not counting them, you know? You don't want God to count them? You don't want God, 하나님, to count the secret, hidden, 비밀, 비밀도, 비밀, 비밀, how do you say, 비밀 살인자들, 비밀 강간자들. You're not gonna count them? Because God's counting them. And according to God, when He counts 비밀 강간, 비밀 살인, 비밀 강간, when God counts them, and that means secret murder, secret rapes, when God counts them, that's a lot more than Japan. You're gonna tell me there's no secret murders and secret rapes? 비밀 강간, 비밀 살인, 비밀 강간, secret murder, secret rapes. So many of them in South Korea. So many. Oh, that's what makes it worse than Japan. A lot worse. Oh, Japan must do secret murders too. Japan must do secret rape as well. Yeah, they do. But not as bad as South Korea. It's 16 times better. South Korea is 16 times worse. Yeah. Cockroach humans don't want God to count secret murders and secret rapes. Says the heavenly news. News from heaven. Cockroach humans do not want God to count secret murders and secret rapes. So obvious, says God. I have to light another one. All right, so I could do yes or again. So this is gonna be an all day session for me. The longest Tikukun Hanefesh ever streamed. All right, so let me use another incense. Shri Agni Namaha Namaste. What country is worse than Korea? I'll get back to you. Give me 2 minutes. I'll think about it. Namaste. It's like, why is the question? Why is the question? What's the worst? Why is the question not? What is a better country than Korea? Because the answer is obvious. Japan is a better country than Korea. Period. 일본이 한국보다 더 좋은 나라입니다. 일본이 한국보다 더 좋은 나라입니다. 일본이 한국보다 더 좋은 나라입니다. I just said Japan is better than Korea 3 times. Shri Krishna Namaha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Okay. Shabbat Shalom. Yesod. So I cannot compare China with Korea because China is a lot bigger than Korea. You have to pick a country that's almost the same size as South Korea or Korea. So that could be like Taiwan. Is Taiwan better or worse than Korea? It could be they're about the same, but I think Taiwan could be a little better than South Korea. So what's worse than South Korea? About the same size country. Let me think. Yeah, it's hard to think. Maybe I should stay away from East Asian country. Maybe I should go to another continent. Maybe Brazil. Brazil is worse than Korea. Somalia might be worse than Korea for sure. What's another one, another continent that I could think of? Maybe another a country from India. Let me see. Because I think now India is doing good. Is India doing better than Korea? India is doing better than Korea in the sense that they're starting to progress a lot faster than South Korea. You see that harassment going on there? That's Koreans for you. So you're experiencing firsthand what it means to be a Korean. Because they cannot confront you. Because have you ever seen a belligerent Korean? I mean, you must have seen a belligerent Korean in public, drunk. Just making a mess. Pieces coming out, and have you ever seen that in America or in Korea? I don't know. Maybe you have, but I haven't. Not lately. Not. So they take out their aggression in this really weird UFO weird way. That's why I call them cockroaches. Cockroaches do that. Cockroaches behave like they're UFOs. That's why they freak people out, because they come out and they're like, "Boop," like, "Oh my god, a UFO!" Oh no, cockroach. Same thing. You know. So I call these people cockroach people because they're behaving like cockroaches. They might be humans. You could act noble or not noble. If you don't act noble, you could be a cockroach. There are noble cockroaches. Cockroaches protest. There are noble cockroaches. 벌레들도 좋은 벌레들도 있습니다. 벌레들이 말했습니다. And what I said was, cockroaches are telling me there are really really good cockroaches, better than humans. Some humans. So one thing I'm wondering about this Tikkun Hanefesh is I'm wondering if it'll pull my pain by the roots, pull my injury by the roots. Because I'm working right now. I'm working on the second chakra, and this is Yesod. And I could stay here for a while. And why I'm saying these things, because it's been pulled out. The death creature that is trying to kill me is being pulled out right now. And I could feel it in my second chakra and my first chakra. And once so is this what Tikkun Hanefesh, which is, and I want people outside to listen. This is a Jewish technology, and it's laying on of hands. I don't know what that means in Korean. Laying on of hands. But this is the original Christian laying on of hands technology used to heal. Yeah, I once knew how to say in Korean. But this is a Jewish technology used to heal or to revive a dead person. So I guess that's what it's doing. So from my analysis of what my experience of having done this for 3 years, 3.5 years every day. My conclusion is that it's pulling the pain by the roots, the that creature. I have to personify it because I saw it in a dream. The thing that is on me, and if you're psychic enough to see the death creature, it looks almost like a gigantic insect, and it's on my body, and it's covering my face, and it's on my neck, it's on my back, it's on my heart, it's on my body, and it's down to my first chakra, all the way down to my first spine, and I'm pulling it by the roots as I speak, utilizing this Jewish technology called Tikkun Hanefesh. And I'm speaking this loud because I want everybody to listen now, because they don't know what's going on. You know, they never seen anything like this before in their lives, so they're freaking out. I have to realize that that's what they're realizing now, because if I ignore what they're realizing, they're gonna keep attacking me more and more. So I have to let them know what I'm doing now is this Jewish technology called Tikkun Hanefesh, and in Christian terminology, it means laying on of hands. And I don't know how to say that in Korean. And I'm almost there with pulling the. So what I'm doing now is getting rid of this death spirit or death creature, which looks like a gigantic insect on my body, a spiritual insect, if you will. It's like a centipede or something. It's a creature from hell that is on my body, which should have taken my soul from this body 5 years ago, which I should have died. This is what I should have died from, which I didn't die even after 5 years. Okay, how long has it been now? Yeah, 5 years. So the same pain for 5 years, last 5 years. Now I'm about to get rid of it. The soul was trying to detach from the body, and I still lived. That's the real story here of myself. Because usually a person knows when he or she is dead. Like when the neck gets cut off, the head knows that the person's dead. Like, oh, my body's no longer attached to my body. I must be. That happened to me internally, and I still lived afterwards for 5 years. And that's the real story. That's why these people around me they're freaked. They're attacking me because they don't know what's going on. They did not know that the person living in this room is not supposed to be alive. He's supposed to be dead. And he was supposed to be dead 5 years ago, but he's still alive somehow because of God, I guess. Oh, God thought 하나님 is not real. I don't know that. The last point is my chut, which is feet. And with this, I'm gonna pull something out. I'm saying this beforehand. So if something drastic happens in the next 3 minutes, nobody freak out, please. Now to give warning signs before the thunder strikes, like just beware. Hold on to your seatbelts. Hold on to your seatbelts. If something happens, like a thunder happens in the next 3 minutes, it's not gonna happen, but if it does, just hold on to your seatbelts, please. I'm saying to these people, 예수, 예수님, 야오샤, 야오샤 왕, king 야오샤, 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 야샤, 야오샤, 야오샤. 이름으로 말했습니다. In his name I said these words. 말추. I'm gonna stay with this feet for a while, but you have to do the breathing. So I'm gonna do this maximum 10 minutes. And this is actually designed to pull the evil spirit from the root. Tiktikukun hanefesh, laying on of hands. I mean. I have a question for all of you. Why is the Japanese language sound better than how the Korean language sound? My own initial answer for that is, of course, there are fewer murderers and fewer rapists in Japan than in South Korea because of the secret murders and the secret rapes that people think that nobody knows about are going on in South Korea 16 times at least more than in Japan. So that's why. That's the first answer. I think that's the right answer too. But if there's anything else, let me know, please. My conclusion of comparing Japan to Korea is that Koreans tend to be more secretive than Japan. Meaning they're not to be trusted. Koreans are le- Koreans are less likely to be trusted than the Japanese. The Japanese are more trustworthy than Koreans. That's the outcome of being secretive. If your whole country is so secretive, like everybody's doing everything in secret, like they're killing people, they're stealing money in secret, they're raping in secret, they're molesting in secret, they're doing all these things in secret. The result of that is the country is not to be trusted. They're not trust. You can't trust these people. Period. So I'm not allowed pets, but can I have a cow in my pasture in the near future, about 1,000 years from now? Just asking. Thank you very much. I ask you in King Yaosha's name, as always, even if I don't say it. Who am I communicating to? The Cabal. But they already knew what I was gonna say before I said it anyway. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Because the Cabal thinks that life is like a storybook, like this happens here, this happens there, this happens in the year 2025, this happens, like this happens, nothing's really, surprising. Ha! Look at that human being surprised. Ha 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 ha! That's always funny. Ha 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 ha. That doesn't even surprise us anymore, but it's still entertaining. Yeah, the Cabal knows the entire timeline from now until the end of the earth, and probably even more, even after this earth. Life starts somewhere else after the earth. Not right away. You gotta wait another like 3 trillion years, and then life starts again, for billions of years, tens of billions of years. And then it dies again. Another 3 trillion years or so passes by. Another spark called life for, tens of billions of years. And it's just a tiny spark compared to another few trillions of years. And so on. It's a repeating cycle. Forever and ever and ever. So my opinion is that everybody's life should be a sitcom, an enjoyable sitcom they should be living in their own sitcoms. That should be everybody's life. Just that should be like one of the, close to the actual foundation of how to live a modern life. Is that your life should be a sitcom. And what if it's a horrible sitcom? Well, at least it doesn't have like the really seriously bad elements. Hopefully, does it? That's the whole point of this whole thing is that we have predators in the society, and it's near the time to get rid of all the predators of the society. So everybody just could be friends if they would like to be friends, but at least they're not like predators. Predator human. That's another term for cockroach humans is predator humans. They're preying on another human being. Like
do they want to eat the person for food? Are they hunting them down? Like, should we give them guns? You wanna harm this human being. What is the purpose of harming this human being? Are you gonna eat him? You need him for survival? Like, what is the purpose? You need him for food? You can't eat something else? You can't eat like a steak or something? You gotta eat another human being, and that's a pretty good human being by, God's standards, because apparently there's so many bad human beings, and even this human being is a really, really good human being. You wanna eat him? You wanna kill him and eat him? Why not get yourself a nice steak? It's on sale at Stop and Shop until Saturday next week. You gotta eat this nice human being who's a servant of God. Are you gonna eat him or are you gonna just kill him? You're not gonna even eat him. You're just killing him for killing's sake. What's the deal? Do you hate this human being? Oh, you're not gonna even eat him, but you're gonna kill him. At least eat him, afterwards. Pay some respect. If you're gonna kill this human being, eat him afterwards, because he's a really, really nice human being. He deserves to serve a purpose. If you're gonna kill this nice human being, you gotta eat him afterwards. If you don't wanna eat him and you're just trying to kill him, that means you're hating him. Why do you hate him? All right. It was a really good Tikukun Hanefesh for me. So I don't know if I pulled it out by the roots, but I definitely did make a difference. That's enough for me. As long as I'm moving forward, that's enough for me. Even if I don't move forward, it's still enough for me. And that's according to God. And that shows that I love God. Because even if nothing happened, that's enough for me because I did what God asked me to do. If I didn't do what God asked me to do, I'll be just like you people. I'm not like you people. I hate you people. I love God. In order to love God, I have to hate you people. That's what Yahusha, Yesunim, Jesus told me. And it's in the Bible. Read it. And you're not even my father and mother. 나 아버지 어머니도 아닌 남 사람들인데. I said these are strangers. They're like people I hate even touching them. 까벨리낫 아메카 사그베누 따하레누 노라 나 기볼 도르쉐이 이후다카 깨바밭 쇼무람 바릴캠 따하람 까카메이 지드까따카 따미드 곰람 카카신 까토시 Berov Duveka Nahel Adateka Yakid Ge Le Ameka Bene Zokrei Gejushateka Shabatenu Gabel Ushma Jaakatenu Yodea Ta'alumot. Right. I'm already in the afternoon. You know what? I'm gonna do a back-to-back session. So I'm gonna leave this on, go right to my second prayer as I'm finishing on my first prayer because I'm trying to heal myself and I'm also being interrupted and the combination of both is what does it mean? The answer is more time, more time. That's all it means. I did this properly for the first time, which it doesn't show here. I'll show you right now here. It's right there. I don't know if this still applies. The angel doesn't work anymore. The angel is now the Shabbat afternoon. I'm gonna finish this right now. You could pause it there if you're scanning alongside me. This angel has left. Now the next angel is in session, which is the prayer I'm gonna go right into. I will change. Yeah, I'm not gonna change anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like this and do both my Kabbalah prayers. Namaste. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna do this again right now. The truth is, nobody loves cockroach human beings. Not even themselves. Cockroach human beings, they don't even love themselves. Okay, so let's get right to it. It's like the longest I've been on. I still gotta do my chanting and let's. Somebody told me, you gotta take your own advice, and that's what I'm starting to realize. I give good advice for myself sometimes, and I don't realize it because I'm telling it to other people. Shri Agni Namaha Namaste. Shri Krishna Namaha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Yeah, ever since I found out about this height thing, you know what? I'm gonna do something drastic. So maybe I'll get it so close to a point that can I do that? Oh wow! All right, this changes everything. No, I can't move closer. I can do this. Mic test. So I don't have to talk too loud. I'm done talking too loud. And you know what? For that sake, I'm gonna finish my video right here. I'm gonna start a new one because I'm gonna talk really low from now on because now I can. I didn't know this moving chair up and down thing. I'm sorry, I'm suffering from something drastic called a fatal injury, which I should have died from. Okay, so I'm gonna log off here, log back on. So give me 2 minutes. Thank you very much.